Good afternoon and welcome to the Cheshire Sports Ground here in sunny Chester. We're about to bring you two really exciting matchups this afternoon from flag American football, the most popular and fastest growing version of American football in the UK. So to begin with, we're just about to bring you the Hickory Smokehouse Bowl. This is the third and fourth playoff of a flag competition that's been going on all weekend with almost 20 teams taking part here over the 2 days. Like I said, this is the battle for third and fourth, and then a little bit later on we'll be bringing you the final, the Brooklyn Bowl, which obviously is a battle for first and second, but ultimately will get the winning team a ticket to the Big Bowl, one of the most sought after flag events in Europe. So that's all to come a little bit later on. If you're new to flag football, we'll try and fill you in with how it works over the coming hours this afternoon. But basically, it's a non-contact version of American football. 5 players on the field at once. Each team can field up to 15 players on their roster. And the way it works in terms of downs and distance, it is similar to American football in the fact that there are downs and distance, but rather than trying to gain 10 yards in order to get a first down, you have 4 opportunities to get to halfway. If you manage to get to halfway in 4 opportunities, you then have a further 4 opportunities to score. Now, as I said, it is a non-contact sport, so obviously the way to stop a runner is to remove 1 or more tags. And the tags are located on the hips of each player on the field. There are certain things that players running are allowed to do and certain things that they are not allowed to do. We'll get into that a little bit later. But basically anything that changes the height of the flag, so if they jump, if they dip, if they dive, that is classed as illegal, and that will be a penalty. They are allowed to spin. Dipping is allowed, rather, that's the one that is. So spinning is legal and dipping is legal, but jumping and diving are illegal in this form of the game and will bring a penalty. I'm joined in the commentary booth this afternoon by Carl Walkinshaw. How you doing, Carl?
Hi, Matt.
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too again. We had a good morning this morning with the Schmider Bowl, the Schmider Cup rather, which was a charity game, kitted charity game where Team Europe ran out winners on aggregate over the weekend's play. And here, Carl, we have the third, fourth playoff between.
Yeah, this is the plate final. So this is the Coventry Cougars, who are in grey today, and they'll be playing the Leeds Samurai. Coming into the game, obviously Coventry and Leeds have been playing the tournament over the last couple of days. So Coventry come in with a 5-2 record. And that's good for them to know that they've been really close in those other 2 games that they lost as well. Leeds Samurai coming in with a 3-3 record, and so you could say Coventry are the favourites for this one. But as with any game of flag football, let's see how this one works out.
So 2 20-minute halves as the offence go on first down, as you can see. So nice little handoff to begin with, dinking run by number 7. Number 7 for Coventry, and that's going to be close to halfway, but I think it will be second down. You can
that's
see
Luke Madden on the run there.
So you can see the halfway mark identified by the cones, literally on the halfway of the white football pitch where we've got marked out today. So second down upcoming. Again, you see the guys with their hands up. Those guys with hands up are allowed to blitz, and quarterback airs it out. Does Ben Eaton airs it out just a little bit too far out of the grasp of the intended receiver. Sorry, just trying to read handwriting from someone who's provided us with the rosters today, so apologies if we mispronounce some names, but Ben Eaton is the quarterback there. Say a nice tight spiral on that ball, but this is third down. You can see the blitzing players coming again, arms up, little pass jinked out, nice, change of direction. Tag removed right on the halfway line. See if first down is signalled, and it is signalled, so it's going to be a first down for Coventry.
It's a nice job by Coventry just to get to that halfway point before that flag comes out. Flag, the fastest growing form of American football in the world at the moment.
Pass again from Eaton. Nice little spin move again, trying to get close down to the goal line. Number 22, Josh Madden on the reception. As we've said, battle for third and fourth. Teams from all over the country taking part in this tournament this weekend. Okay, so the plate final, let's say Eaton again flips it back, and it's Eaton to Madden, which is the favourite combination at the moment, and it's proving successful. Very, very close to the goal line.
Obviously, you can play a lot of different formations, and defence at the moment playing a zone coverage scheme, which is enabling Eaton just to get free before he has an opportunity for the Samurai to close and make the tackle.
And the nice thing about this form of the game is that pretty much everybody can get their hands on the football, including the centre. As slants into the middle and in and out of their hands. Big number 99, John C. And that was a missed opportunity there on this first possession by Coventry.
You'll notice males and females on the pitch. This is another one of the advantages of this sport. Very inclusive, and you can have men and women playing together in this form of the game. As Coventry come out with the twins to the left.
Eaton once again, another opportunity. He's got a nice zip on that ball, and that's the first touchdown of the afternoon, which finds Jason Matthews in the left corner of the end zone for the opening go-ahead score for the Cougars.
There's a nice little comeback pattern, wasn't it, just to that corner of the end zone, using all the space on the field. This is a 70-yard pitch in terms of lengthway, 25 yards wide. But with 5 guys on the field, you still get an opportunity for space.
So extra point upcoming, and they get an opportunity to go for 1 or 2 extra points, and that extra point is good. That was from 5 yards away, so therefore that is 1 extra point. They can elect to go for 2 extra points by starting that play 10 yards further from the end zone, which once again would give them the extra 2. But that is 7 to 0 in favour of the Cougars on their first possession. Good opening drive there from Coventry, like you said, Carl, probably the favourites out of this one.
Yeah, and you get an idea of the pace of the game, and you've got throws, you've got runs, you've got a lot of space to run in. If you're playing defence, you have to work those angles and work hard to get to those flags. So that's an exciting form of the game.
So let's see how the Samurai respond. First down inside their own half. Blitzer coming straight up the middle. Ball aired out, and he's got a man on the corner, and it's just in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 11 for the Samurai. Unfortunately, don't have roster names for the Samurai at this point. We'll try and get you those as time goes on this afternoon. But second down then, in the same starting position as they began, the Samurai.
Had a chance, did the centre, to catch that one, just came off the edge of his hands. Tough to snap the ball, then run upfield, then make a catch as well.
Absolutely.
All receivers out now as the ball does this time get to number 11, who's a centre, and he'll be stopped there after a gain of about 4.
Ow! Number 11 is James Brown. Great reception. James Brown, the intended receiver on both those last 2, and makes his first grab for the Samurai.
If Matt's screaming just made you jump out your seat as well, then apologies at home. You should have had a warning that you were going to do that before. So, third down. Upcoming. Quarterback drops back. He stands. A very nice pocket pass there. That's something we noticed. That's going to bring up fourth down, though. Reception made by Paul Bottomley, number 23. Notice already that quarterback is quite happy just to stand in, wait for that pressure to approach him, and then deliver a strike. Both these quarterbacks showing some poise early. The blitzing obviously has to be delayed slightly. You can't just come straight away, obviously, because the centre's releasing off the line of scrimmage as well, so there's no blockers in. And
the quarterback knows who's coming, because that blitzer has to raise his hand as well, so that's what that guy is doing in the middle of the screen. So you know that man is coming eventually on fourth down. Now he does have to move, gets the ball out, and that's a nice pass and reception. He's still on his feet. The tag has only been taken after an extra pickup by Kyle Henry of nearly 7-8 yards after the initial reception, so a nice conversion on fourth down for the Samurai.
Really nice, and a great run after the catch, getting his hips out of the grasp of those tacklers. It's not enough to touch him, you've got to pull those flags out.
So as we've said, you can jink the hips, you can spin, you can dip, which means you're going lower, but you can't jump. Quarterback Kyle Taylor, motion comes, little trick play. Taylor now can become a runner because he's not the quarterback who originally got the ball. That is one other rule. Looking to see if there's a score, but no score signalled yet. So yeah, the quarterback themselves aren't allowed to run. But what you saw there was number 32 managed to get the ball from the centre, which means then that when she put that back to the quarterback, he then becomes an eligible runner.
Yeah, really cleverly designed play to overcome one of the rules.
So second down, I'm not quite sure what they were signalling for in terms of the touchdown, because from where I'm standing, oh yeah, I can see where that corner is now. So it's literally second down, a yard out from the end zone. And he comes up close to the end zone, rolls right, now looking back. No man, little underarm pass, and it's caught. And a lovely catch there for the opening touchdown by number 32.
Yeah, she did a really nice job there of just dancing around in the end zone right on the corner there, just ensuring that she gave the quarterback a target. And obviously the quarterback not under any pressure on that edge there, he's able to wait, take his time, and just use that little shovel pass once he knows he's got a clean, straight line to that connection.
So you might be able to see the blue cones on the far side. That indicates the 5-yard line. So Leeds going for one as well. And the pass is caught once again by Paul Bottomley to tie things up 7 apiece after 1 possession each.
Yeah, nice and exciting. Lots of offense, moving the ball well, both these offenses. And clearly you can tell that they have been playing over the last few days, because they're looking very sharp, looking ready for this plate final, and both of these teams really want this one.
2 blitzers coming this time for Leeds. Oh, and in and out of the hands. And to say it's a non-contact sport, there's a big collision in the middle of the field there. Number 89 for Coventry. Clashing over the centre with the linebacker there, but the ball was incomplete. So second down, Cougars.
Obviously totally incidental contact, but you're going to get contact when you've got people running full speed at each other.
So here we go then, second down.
Quarterback looking to throw now, under pressure, manages to sidearm it out, but that is going to fall short. So good pressure from the Samurai, puts number 6 under pressure, Ben Eaton, and he couldn't get that one away cleanly.
Ben not looking happy about that, because that now brings up third down, 2 incompletions in a row, and already the Cougars under pressure on this drive, with both offenses looking as potent as they have done in their opening series. Coventry will want to make sure they keep their noses in front.
So twins to the bottom of the screen, one to the top as Ben goes to this near sideline, and that's 13, jinking and diving, and manages to get out of bounds very close to that halfway point.
Jason Matthews with the reception there, getting the Cougars out of trouble with a much more manageable 4th down conversion coming up. Obviously on a pitch this size, no special teams, no kicking, no kickoffs, no punting, so it's literally just backyard football as much as you can. Run and gun, and let's see now if Eaton can convert. Roll in, and there he goes again. Fakes that handoff, dinks over the top, and well played, well covered by Liam Craddock, playing fullback, safety, call it what you will, but last line of defence, batting that ball down, and that's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, just playing that cover one, that central defender role, he can kind of roam around, gets a good read on the quarterback's eyes, and then he's such a big presence there in that backfield, he was able to just come in and bat that one down. Turnover on downs. Good job, Leeds.
Leeds take over on offence once again then. Now they have the advantage. And sometimes in games like this, it's whichever team has the ball last, particularly when it's backwards and forwards and scoring on each other. But now Leeds have the advantage to try and gain some sort of momentum on their second possession. No, a bit of a miscommunication there between Kyle Henry, the receiver, and Kyle Taylor, the quarterback. And that ball falls harmlessly to the ground.
Yeah, so obviously they can run a bunch of formations in 5-a-side football. You can have bunch, twins, doubles. You can have a single back. You can have 2 running backs. You can have all of the players in the middle of the field and a bunch formation. So lots and lots of options here, and defences need to be quick to make their adjustment as these players come out. So you've got 2 to the top. You've got trips now left-hand side as you look at the screen for Leeds. So all the players to left-hand side.
You'd expect a sort of flood package there, as they do. All the receivers flood over from right to left, but unfortunately that falls incomplete, which will bring up third down now.
Yeah, they tried to flood the zone to the right and then get the Samurai player coming back to our right-hand side on that one, just out of the reach of the receiver.
So both defenses really tightened up now. It's interesting, Carl, isn't it, when you've got 5 players and you obviously can bring pressure, but if you bring pressure, then obviously you're leaving yourself a little bit light at the back and you're leaving yourself one-on-one. Whenever you're playing man coverage, it's always dangerous. We said in the previous game that your defence is only as strong as its weakest link, and if you do have one defender who's not quite as capable, then you're putting him on an island. Ball goes up top. There's an opportunity, but that's well defended by number 3. That's Kieran Eaton on coverage for the...
Yeah, he played that really well, did Kieran. I mean, he had a better position on that football than the receiver. Almost an opportunity for an interception if he'd managed to get both hands on it. Nevertheless, he did manage to bat down, and that puts this team under pressure.
So each team now, great first offensive series, and then the defenses have stiffened on the second series. Keeping this one nice and tight. Cougars 7, Samurai 7 in this Hickory's Smokehouse Bowl for the plate. Once again, trips to the right. You'd think there'd be some sort of flood concept this time. Oh, nice little pump fake, getting the defender off his feet. He's got time now and puts the ball up. And that ball is going to be caught, but is it caught out of bounds? It is signalled caught out of bounds. And that will be a turnover on downs.
Wasn't sure whether he was trying to get the ball to number 11 or number 15 to lead Samurai, but in the end, it is an incomplete pass. So both teams turn over.
So yeah, James Brown looked like to be the intended receiver, but he was overthrown. And Kyle Henry came up with the reception, but couldn't stay in the field of play. So very much a mirror of each other so far. Not successful first series, moving the ball, and then stalled on second series. So here come the Cougars once again. And Eaton hits Eaton. Kieran receiving from Ben. Good pick up on first down. Second down upcoming. Remember, 20 minutes a half. Like you say, this action just doesn't really stop. Zips that one in on a rope and finds Eaton once again and sidesteps for a first down. Nice. Sorry, Cole.
No, I was just going to say defender tried to kind of come across and knock that ball away, and always the risk there that if you mistime that, the receiver has that space in behind them to get those extra yards in the first down.
So it is first down, and Eaton does seem to be able to put quite a lot of zip on that football. Nice tight spiral, and he drops back again, and here comes the oncoming blitzer. Pumps, rolls backwards to his left and floats one up, and that is looking like a reception, is it? It is. Wow. Called a reception and a touchdown, a diving grab as that ball bobbled 30 yards or so, but a fantastic reception to take the lead for the Cougars.
That was an amazing reception from 99, who's John C. Just incredible, full stretch into the end zone. He's limping slightly, you can see him on the sideline there, but hopefully he can walk that one off. But what a spectacular catch to get their second score in this key plate final as they go for 2 this time.
So ball over the top, and it is incomplete. So like you say, I was just saying about how Eaton put a really nice tight spiral on his passes, and then that longer ball was a little bit wobbly, but number 99 John C did manage to make a really athletic move down to the ground and convert. So the score is 13 to the Cougars and 7 to the Samurai. Let's see whether or not the Samurai can get back on track with this series. Very impressive, 4 plays and pay dirt there, Cole.
Yeah, been impressed by Ben Eaton, really poised in the pocket, doesn't let the blitzer phase him, makes sure that he can, get the ball into those receivers' hands, and he's been accurate so far today as well.
So Kyle Taylor from under centre, little jet sweep, picks up positive yardage on first down, just a couple.
Smart play there to hold the ball out, get those extra yards as long as you know it's safe. And of course in flag football, because it's non-contact, you can handle the ball a little bit more casually than you would if it was contact football.
Absolutely. Second down upcoming. Remember, 4 opportunities to get to that halfway line. Halfway line here is the centre line, the white line of the football pitch. Similar play again, but no, this time it's faked, and there's got a man deep over the top, and it makes the catch, does Henry, number 15.
Not sure whether that was a great play. It was wide open, number 3, just a blown coverage there. Kieran Eaton just having to track back to get that flag. Not sure whether he's arguing it was interfered with as he goes to ground. and that there should be a penalty. At the moment, they're not calling it.
Nice concentration by Kyle Henry, though, as that ball was lofted over the top. And once again, nice little bit of play action, because they almost faked that same jet sweep. And all you need to do is get one defender's eyes to bite on that jet sweep, take one step forward, and then your receiver can get over the top like Kyle Henry managed to. But nevertheless, first down, life back in the Samurai again.
Looking to tie this game up, and if they go for that 1 point, they'll be able to take the leads on this, but they won't be thinking about that extra point as they line up trips to the bottom of your screen.
Henry just jumps back from the line to make sure he's not offside. Here comes that jet sweep again, fakes once more, and then gets tagged. Definitely gets tagged before that ball was released there that time. Number 7 for the Cougars.
Luke Madden making the sack there, did a really good job of continuing to put that quarterback under pressure and not biting on that first little swivel of the hips, that first little jump move that the quarterback made. They like to take their time, don't they, Leeds, when they're close to the end zone and just kind of find the space rather than actually have a pre-designed play that they're going to go to quickly. That time it bit them.
You've got to say, as a game, this is obviously more focused around the offense and the defense. Very hard for the defenders to get there, and actually having coached a little bit of flag football way back, to have that coordination to actually get that flag, it's harder than you think. And a little flag action again, zipped over the middle this time, and James Brown is on the reception.
Well, it actually teaches really good tackling techniques. If you progress from kind of youth football, which has the same rules as flag, you will learn, if you play flag football, to pursue the near side hip, be in a good tackling position, because you have to stoop low to get hold of that flag. So it actually teaches some good technique for defenders if they want to make that transition into contact later on.
Absolutely, and like you say, such a great game to see such a variety of shapes, and obviously male and female as well. Fake again. Nearly. Paul Bottomley nearly makes an incredible one-handed grab as Kyle Taylor zips that ball out. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, that had some fire on it, that throw, didn't it? I mean, that was a sidearm, baseball style, from the hip throw, but just incomplete at the end there.
So here we go again, looking to tie things up with the Samurai, still in the first half here in this Hickory Smokehouse Bowl. Kyle Taylor again in trouble and just manages to escape, gets the ball off, delivered, caught, touchdown, Samurai. Another
great catch. We've seen 2 excellent catches for these 2 touchdowns. Number 23 again, just keeping his feet in bounds as he makes that catch. And this time, Leeds will go for 1.
Yeah.
To see whether they can get the lead.
Paul Bottomley on the reception there for the touchdown for the Samurai. Real good game to watch, Carl. Obviously, you and I cover contact football more often than flag, but actually to watch this and to see it close up and at the speed, it's impressive. So here we go, 1 point. Look, and that looked like a flag. Was that looking for pass interference? But no flag coming. But it did look like the defender was draped all over the back of the receiver.
There is a flag down just behind that player number 5 there, Matt. You can see it just by the orange pylon.
Got you.
Now, whether that is a flag from Coventry, which I think it is, they're picking it up. Whether that's it is a referee flag.
Yeah, I think there's obviously the main referee, and then there's a referee on each sideline as well. But it's going to be attempting the extras once again, nevertheless.
So it looks like they go half distance to goal and go again on that extra point attempt.
That's right. That's exactly what they do. So an opportunity once again for the Samurai to take the lead. Here we go then. Kyle Turner once again in the back, fires one over, and well defended once again. And then the ball kicked away. Really daft play. He made a fantastic play on the ball, and then to hoof the ball away once it had been dropped, Madden, that's really hurting his team.
Yeah, Josh made a great play, just not quite sure what came over him there. There's no need for it, and he just made a fantastic play. So shame on the penalty there. I think they're discussing what they want to do now with this with this penalty.
It was obviously a sort of celebratory kick, but unsportsmanlike conduct, you can't be kicking that ball away regardless. So, yeah, an interesting decision there from Madden in the heat of the moment, particularly when he'd enabled his team to tie things up rather than go a point down.
Discussion going on now in the centre of the field between Paul Bottomley and Kieran Eaton. Both of them are out there.
So while we've got this break, this is the Hickory Smokehouse Bowl, and they've been fantastic all the way through the football career of Mike Island. Sponsored the Chester Romans back in 2013, and now they have 13 restaurants around the UK. Proper American smokehouse food, but done the right way, not the usual British way. Really great breakfast, fresh ingredients, and a fantastic menu. So we thank Hickory Smokehouse Grill for their contribution, their support of this plate playoff, and the conversations continue at halfway, and it looks like number 23, who was the scorer of the touchdown, Bottomley, getting a little bit animated and having to be escorted away. And actually there's another player from one of the other teams who's competing later on today who's coming to try and help a little bit. You can see just behind Eaton there, he's getting involved, obviously from an officiating point of view. But exciting times in this plate final.
Yeah, not quite sure what the debate is about. We saw the flag come in, and we thought, I believed it was on Josh Madden for kicking the ball away, but maybe there was something that happened prior to that which caused that frustration for Josh.
Well, Eaton and Bottomley walk away, but I'm saying Eaton's obviously still chatting a little bit, and Bottomley hung around just to see what was going on, but no. Still not. Obviously our refs aren't mic'd up, unfortunately, this afternoon, so we can't bring you the exact conversation or the decisions, but the referee now coming to the sideline, and actually the hand gestures that he's giving towards the Coventry Cougars is very much in terms of the talk that's going on. Eaton just standing a little bit further away, basically saying to them, come on, come away, huddle up, let's get away from it, stop chatting. Yeah, so I do think it might be around a little bit of conversation that shouldn't really need to have taken place, Cole.
Yeah, maybe some taunting that's gone on somewhere on the field there. Referee taking his time just to calm everyone down before we resume here. Obviously it's a tight game. Leeds 13, Coventry 13. This was a critical extra point for Leeds to take the lead.
Must be hard, Cole. You know, I mean, we obviously don't know the history of any of these players, but if there's players here that have played contact, you know, and then they're dropping into this form of the game, it must be hard, like particularly when a situation like this occurs and then you go back out there, it must be hard not to just go in and drop your shoulder.
I'm assuming as well these teams have played each other already within the tournament, so some of these players will know each other. You can see Paul Bottomley signalling there that referees obviously asked both of those teams to calm down and stop with the mouthing off, stop with the taunting. Let's have a nice clean game.
Well, it wouldn't surprise you either, would it? Coventry and Leeds, they're not a million miles away in terms of competitions throughout the year as well. They may well have come up against each other relatively regularly from a geographical point of view. So, yes, obviously you and I don't know the history particularly between these two outfits, but is there any tension between them prior to the game even? Well, whatever happens, they need to make sure they maintain some sort of focus and discipline moving forward, because like we've said, this one is anyone's at the moment.
So, flags have been picked up. Referee's now deciding what he's going to do. And he's got Coventry over with him.
You would have almost thought the fact that it was against Coventry and it was on the extra point play, would you not have thought that initially that the point would be retried, but then maybe the flag was against Leeds for unsportsmanlike conduct, and therefore that point is now null and void. Who knows? We are speculating. But hopefully,
I love watching you trying to work it out, though.
Well, it's one of these, isn't it? While things are not going on the field, we need to try and make something go on up in the booth.
Absolutely, but we have no idea what that penalty was called for or who it was called on. It looks like Coventry now are going to come out and well, the ball's being placed at the extra point, so you would expect that Leeds are coming out. But I wonder now whether we're changing sides.
No, yeah, it does appear that. Well, obviously, it looks like actually we may have been half-time, Carl, because we've changed ends as well.
I think that 20-minute period was over.
Yeah. So anyway, so we'll assume we're into the second half, and Paul Bottomley makes the reception on first down. But it does sound like to me that extra point attempt, which was shrouded in controversy, brought an end to the first half, and so we have a score at the end of the first half of the Coventry Cougars 13 and the Leeds Samurai 7. So, second down for the Samurai.
No, it was a tie game, Matt. 13-13.
Apologies.
Because Leeds just scored at the end of that half.
You are quite right. So anyway, ball back. Man over the top, and Henry tries to readjust his feet, but that ball floats out of bounds.
Yeah, he just wanted it over his inside shoulder, didn't he? And quarterback threw it over his right shoulder, his outside shoulder. Wasn't able to make a body adjustment and get his eyes back onto the football.
Yeah, Kyle Taylor looking for Kyle Henry once again. He hit Henry in the first half on a deep ball and nearly had him again, but that ball just drifted out of bounds. Like you say, Henry tried to make the adjustment looking over his outside shoulder, but unfortunately just too much from Kyle Taylor. So third down now. That's halfway to the half, and he goes up top again, and he's looking for Henry once again, and Henry this time does make the reception. First down, Samurai.
Yeah, they're picking a little bit on Kieran Eaton. He's been caught a couple of times just wanting to be closing that distance between the receiver and himself a little bit quicker than he is. He was caught on that deep pass, and now he's caught out again, so Kieran will want to tighten up a little bit.
So first down, Samurai, tie game, 13-all in this Hickory Smokehouse Bowl. The plate final this afternoon here at the Cheshire Sports Ground. Lovely sunny afternoon, October day, a little bit windy out there, but not too bad. And Taylor this time eludes. Does he get that ball off? Well, if he gets the ball off, it's a touchdown, but I'm not sure whether that ball, the referee is checking with both his assistants, and I think it's going to be classed as a sack.
Yeah, it should be in my mind. That flag was clearly out, and then the quarterback threw the ball.
Split second decision, but a good defensive performance there to stop the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice play. And you can't blame the quarterback for throwing the ball. I mean, you can't tell sometimes whether a flag's been pulled out or not. You just have to keep playing until the whistle goes.
Absolutely, 100%. So second down, Samurai. Kyle Taylor is still at quarterback. Trips again to the left this time. So again, now they're flooding Henry in motion. And here's this opportunity where Taylor now can be a runner if he wants to. He can pass it, but he could be a runner, and he does end up taking off to his left. And he dips and dives, and the tackle is made 10 yards out.
Nice to see the defense closing down the angles there. You had one, and this is what's great about playing flag and then transitioning again into contact, is that you work the angles as defenders. So you have one person outside who's got their leverage in their gap, you have one person inside, then you have an alley player who's coming up, and all three of them using the angles well, using their leverage well to shut that play down.
So third down, Taylor again. This time he's going to pass, and he gets the ball away, and again that looked close to pass interference to me, and the defender draped over his back. The old classic, that's a number, not a ladder, ref. But no flags on that one. Interesting. Can't see flag. You call? No, nothing. No laundry on the floor.
Not that I can see, Matt. Clean player.
So fourth down upcoming. Final opportunity for Leeds to take their first lead of the afternoon. Pardon the pun. So Taylor once again looking to pass. Blitzer coming up the middle, puts the ball up, and that is snagged out of the air by Henry for a Leeds touchdown. Number 23 for the Cougars was looking to try and intercept that football and was almost caught waiting for it to come to him. But Henry rose, snagged the ball out of the air for the go-ahead score for the Samurai.
Nicely designed play. You got two converging receivers at different depth, one at 5 and one at 10 yards. Ball goes in, defender picks the wrong person to defend, and it's caught underneath for the touchdown.
So going for the one extra point now, Taylor and the Leeds Samurai goes from shotgun to under centre. Little pitch, and that is tackled short, I believe. Referee looking for help from his sidelines, and he's now called...
I think they're giving it.
Oh, the sideline official on the Leeds side has called it good. Sideline official on the Coventry sideline hasn't. And I don't think it's going to stand. Refereeing, consulting that official on the sideline. These extra points really, really vital. It is 19-13 to Leeds after that go-ahead score. Let's see what the signal is. Signal is still being deliberated over. This conversation, once again, Bottomley involved in the conversation with Leeds again.
I think that's a touchdown, Matt, and they're going to go for 2.
I think they scored the touchdown earlier on with Henry, who snagged the ball. That was the attempt. I'm pretty sure that was the attempt.
So it looks like a penalty then, and they're going to go for 2 from here.
I believe that to be the case. So maybe it could have been that Kyle Taylor was over the line of scrimmage when he made that pass, because he did run laterally, and then could have been over the line of scrimmage. But yes, I think you're right, Cole. Now, are they going for 2, or has the ball just been marched back? I think the ball's been marched back half distance, Kyle, actually, looking where we are on the field there. Looks a little bit further away than the 5-yard marker, but not quite at the 10-yard marker.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm guessing.
No. I think you're right, Matt.
But here we go. So here's the extra point attempt once again, we think, because obviously Henry already scored that previous touchdown. Taylor again firing out, and that's out of the reach of Bottomley. So the score remains as Samurai 19 and the Cougars 13.
So Leeds coming in had that 3-3 record, and you would have given Coventry the upper hand in this, but towards that midpoint now in that second period of 20-minute play, it's Leeds that have the advantage, 19-13. Close game, exciting game, lots of action, some great catches, and some good defensive play as well.
So the Cougars get the opportunity to strike back. 19-13 to the side in black. I find it interesting as well, Carl, how uniforms wise, some with sleeves, some with no sleeves. The Cougars electing for sleeves on their jerseys, most of them. Samurai all in the vests as the first down pass is completed. 22. Josh Madden once again. Yes, you do feel this is the sort of game, isn't it? Well, this particular flag game, if you go more than 1 score down, you're struggling a little bit. So you've got to try and keep in touch if you can. And ball over the top after the pump fake, and that's a lovely grab. Looks like inbounds. It is inbounds. Number 13 on the reception, Jason Matthews. Little pump fake, almost like a stop-go there on the outside.
Yeah, lovely play down the sideline, getting to space. Caught the ball over his inside shoulder and stepped out of bounds when he was done. Nice and clean.
So if you're interested in getting involved in flag football, all you need to do is just type in British flag football, as the reception is made underneath this time. Johnny Wilkins, yeah. There will be, without a doubt, a flag football side near you, because as Carl mentioned earlier, the fastest growing sport, not only in the UK, but in the world. And you can probably see why. You need sort of 5 players minimum. You have a maximum of 15 players. You don't need a massive area. You don't need lots of equipment. There's once again the ball handed off this time to number 7, who jinks and junks, doesn't lose his flag, and manages to get into the end zone for the score. Luke Madden.
That was the second time I've seen him do some amazing work with his hips. I mean, it was just managing to avoid people from, grabbing those flags. They're right there to make the tackle. Just not. He manages to elude it each time. Great job.
So going for 1 again to take the lead this time. Eaton drops back, pops one over the top. He's got a man, and it's caught. And the extra point is good, and that could be critical as the Coventry Cougars go 20-19 ahead in this second period of the Hickory Smokehouse Bowl for the plate.
Well, that didn't take long, did it? There we were, talking about the Samurai's lead, and down the field marched them in 4 plays into the end zone, and then convert to give them this 1-point lead. exciting stuff.
Absolutely, really good. 2019 in favour of the Cougars. But now the Leeds Samurai get the opportunity. I know when we watched, I'm a 49ers fan and watched the Packers play a couple of weeks back, and we gave Aaron Rodgers 37 seconds and he managed to get the ball down the field. Well, you don't need 37 seconds to get the ball down this field. All you need is 5. As Kyle drops back and he pops the ball over the top and in and out of the hand. Sorry, in and out. And there's flags. Flags fly on both sides that time. Whether or not... Sorry, Carl.
Now you've got a flag down here, and the referee's got a good view of that catch.
I think all 3 flags came out there from the officials. Whether it was pass interference, I'm not sure. Again, what the ball isn't being moved at the moment.
Once that ball's in the air, the defender has an equal shot at the football as long as he's not playing the receiver. So we'll see what the referee has done here.
Well, the ball has been marked
at the spot of the catch.
It has indeed.
So maybe they picked them up, had a bit of a discussion and decided no, it was just a good jump ball. Both players competed and one of them got it.
Or maybe a pass interference penalty on the defence and therefore it's declined because the catch was made anyway. Kyle back again. That's a great defensive play once again by Madden, number 22. Josh Madden this time.
Yeah, I was speaking to Josh Madden's girlfriend on the sideline. She was very helpful in providing me with the roster numbers. Guess whose number she came up with first?
I bet it was Luke Madden.
Matt, I can never beat you, can I? She was very keen. We mentioned Josh's name and he's played well today.
He has. So here we go once again with Eaton at quarterback. Drops back. Here comes that blitzer. Stands in the pocket with Eaton and pops it over the top. And finds Henry once again. And great concentration from Henry as that ball drifted over the top of Madden. And could easily have been tipped, but Henry concentrated, focused. And that ball dropped into the waiting cradle of Henry for another reception. He's been impressive this afternoon too.
Really is a game of millimetres, isn't it? American football. Really nice, accurate pass from number 16 on this Leeds Samurai team.
So that gives Leeds a first down. Eaton this time fakes the jet and then gives the jet on a forward pass. A lot of these underarm passes, it'll just fake that handoff, keep the ball low, and then just rugby pass it almost forwards for another reception.
They're just clever little inventive plays, aren't they? Just how to get around a man. Well, I'll take the ball. If he goes for me, I'll give the ball to you. But if he goes for you, I'll just keep the ball myself.
Lots of options.
Lots of little clever little jukes and tricks in this offense.
Here we go again. In fact, this time, same player receiving the ball, gets round the edge. Good yardage picked up, and obviously Kyle Taylor is really liking the way that play is working at the moment. Third down upcoming. Third down on around about the 5-yard, 6-yard mark. So Leeds looking to retake the lead in this second half. 2 20-minute halves, remember, played. Here comes Kyle Taylor again, and again looks like he's going to be giving himself the option of being a runner. And he has got the option of running now. Steps one way, misses the tackle, and he goes forward, and no flags ripped off his belt, and the official raises both arms for another Leeds touchdown.
Yeah, initially it looked like he wanted to pass, but he just goes left, goes right, again working those hips away from the defender, and into the end zone he goes, and it's end zone to end zone stuff here in Chester.
25-20, the Leeds Samurai retake the lead. Not long to go though. Here going for 1 point. Interesting going for 1 point at this time. Flags come out. The catch is made, but the Cougars clapping, which would suggest that they're liking the call that's coming, which will negate the Samurai extra point conversion. I think that will turn the ball over. In fact, no, marching back again, so the Samurai will try that extra point again.
I think it was a block. They tried to block the blitzer, and you're not obviously allowed to impede the blitzer on the way to the quarterback. Tried to impede it with the running back, and as a result, there's a penalty there against them.
So extra point try coming again with a 25-20 lead. Blitzer's hand Raised there, and here they come. Number 7 in again. Pauses, fires over the top, and that's out of bounds. So the score will remain 25-20. This one coming down to the wire. Still a one-possession game. Anybody's. Can't call this one at all, Cole.
Yeah, there was not nice pressure. Blitz at that time for Coventry just stood right in front of the quarterback, didn't give him a chance to throw the ball with any accuracy, as Coventry have their possession.
So Eton, nice pass out into the flats. Finds number 10, Johnny Williams, for the initial reception on this drive. Remember, coming after this is the Brooklyn Bowl final. Final between the top 2 teams this weekend, and the winner will receive a ticket into the Big Bowl flag tournament in Germany, one of the most sought after events to take part in, as Eton this time sidearms it underneath, hits Williams again, and Williams has a little bit of a tango underneath to avoid the tackle.
Yeah, got in a bit of a samurai sandwich there, didn't he? Just caught out. One flag from one hip, one from the other, and they stopped that progress there.
Third and manageable though. Good progress made on first and second down. That camera angle shows you there's probably around about 8 or 9 yards to get to that halfway line as Eton drops back again and flips it out to an open receiver who hesitates, then steps, gets the first down, does Jason Matthews, before he is tagged, but not before he's secured first down.
Yeah, Jason just running a simple 5 and out pattern, and Samurai do well to slow him down.
So obviously Cougars know what time they've got left, just going bit by bit. Eton again with the man wide open. It's Madden, and he runs, he reaches, and touchdown, Madden.
Really nice job there by Josh Madden, as his girlfriend comes over and gives him a kiss on the head, says, "Well done, up you get, lad."
Interesting how he reached that ball out for the goal line about 10 yards before it. Because obviously wherever you get tagged, wherever the ball is when you get tagged, that's where you'll retake the next down from. So the further you can reach, the better. But there was no one there to stop him as Eton looks over the top again, and that tag is pulled short of the goal line. So 26-25 Coventry. What a game, Cole.
I know it's going to come right down to who, it looks like, as you were saying, Matt, who has the ball last, as they haven't been able to be 100% on these extra point conversions, whether they're going for 2 or going for 1, and that gives us this tight game, which is going to come down maybe to an extra point conversion.
Equally as well interesting that they've not been able to stop each other than that second possession. Both teams floundered on their second possession, but since that time the offenses have really hit their straps and have looked unstoppable. So let's see, can Kyle Taylor bring the Samurai back? Henry in motion, and then flips it out to Henry, and there's some incidental contact like we mentioned before. John C. bounces off Henry.
John C. had a little look whether he had enough pace to get the interception there. He was closing really fast, but just makes the decision to allow the receiver to catch the ball and then just tag him, get that flag out. So a short game.
Short gain on first down. 3 more opportunities to get to that halfway line. You can see the blitzers, blitzer's just off to the right of your screen, but here he comes. And the ball is up in the air, and he's got a man, and that's intercepted! And that could be the ball game, as Kieran Eaton snipes underneath Henry and picks that ball for the Cougars.
We talked about Kieran earlier, didn't we? The receiver just undercut on that by Kieran. It was number 23, Bottomley, who was trying to get the catch, and he's had the measure of Kieran a couple of times, but not on that play. Kieran comes up with a critical interception towards the latter part of this 20-minute period.
The first pick of the game could be crucial for the Samurai's hopes as they remain a point down, and now the ball is just handed off. And I think Eaton, before that play started, turned to the official and said, "How long we got, ref?" I don't think you'll see anything much in the way of passing too much now. They're literally on second down. They only need a yard for a first down, so it'll be a case of let's keep it simple, just hand that ball off. We can afford to get tagged and make that time run off the clock. Eaton turns again to the official. Here he goes, first down again, ball handed off. And again, tagged. Doesn't gain any yardage, but valuable time running off that clock.
They obviously know they can run these 4 downs and the clock will stop. So as long as there's no silly mistakes, I think it's Coventry that's going to come away with this 1-point win off the back of that interception.
This is almost the same as taking a knee in the contact version. Out to John C, who picks up the first down, and that should be that. The ball is spotted again though, so still time. If we've got one criticism of Kyle Taylor as a quarterback, obviously the blitzing player comes towards him, he brings that blitzing player into him, and then 9 times out of 10 he throws off his back foot. And therefore, as a result of throwing off your back foot, you can't get the power, the purchase, the momentum, and the ball has just been hanging a little bit when it did do on that interception first time. So, little inside handoff once again. That's Jason Matthews with the carry.
Yeah, they're just going to keep playing these, really safe plays, playing the percentages, just moving the ball, taking what the defense are going to give them while they keep running this clock down. They don't need anything spectacular, they just need to hold on to this 1-point lead, and that's how they're playing it right now.
So realistically, they've got 3 plays left of the Cougars. And this time they go to the air over the top, and John C's out in front, and that is the winning score. Unless something dramatic happens. Coventry now 7 points in front with the extra point to come. And as you said, Carl, the extra points have been hard to come by in this game.
Nice cushion now for Coventry on this score. Is there a chance for Leeds to come back? Don't know what the time is on the... We know that time's ticking, and we know that Coventry have been running that clock down.
Have Coventry scored too quickly? There's the extra point, and that's a beautiful pass, and that's Matthews once again.
So it's going to take it to 34-25, which will just keep it out of the reach. It makes it a 2-score game for the Leeds Samurai to come back. So that 2-pointer was absolutely critical.
So you know what they're doing now. Kyle Taylor's got to go up top very quickly, and then obviously there's one pass close to halfway, and they're running back to the line of scrimmage. Give the official chance to spot the ball. Like you say, the maximum amount of points they can score is 8, even if they go for 2 points. But that is the final whistle as the Cougars celebrate this Smokehouse, Hickory Smokehouse Bowl victory by a score of 34-25. Great game to watch, Carl.
Yeah, really exciting, really enjoyed that. Lots of great athletes on the field, couple of really excellent catches in the back of the end zone off some fantastic quarterback play as well. Some great skill football, some really nice defensive angles. Enjoyed all aspects of that game, Matt, and a really well fought game. In Coventry, who you would have said the favourites going in, came out with a well-earned win.
And just shows you how key turnovers are, doesn't it? We always talk about if you win the turnover battle, you have increased chance of getting that victory, and it proved. Sorry, it proved to be the case today with Kieran Eaton snagging that interception from Kyle Taylor on the penultimate possession, which allowed the Cougars to run out the clock and add to their lead right at the end with John C.
Yeah, really impressive victory all round for Coventry, and it was good to see that both of these teams came out to compete. And you could tell as well they'd been through a number of games together, hadn't they? Because you could see that the quality of the offensive football that they were playing.
So, a great curtain raiser to this afternoon's flag finals. Leeds Samurai against the Coventry Cougars. Coventry running out 34-25 winners here in this plate final. Remember, coming up shortly is the Brooklyn Bowl final. We'll bring you live coverage of that very shortly, but until we do, we'll go for a short break and we'll be back with that Brooklyn Bowl final very soon.
Hi, Mum.
Camera. Please keep it PG-13. You're live on someone's YouTube.
Mum, I've made it.
I'm here whenever you need to start if Carl's not back. So welcome back here at the Cheshire Sports Ground. Beautiful day in Chester for this Schneider Cup series this morning and the Brooklyn Bowl flag tournament this afternoon. We've just seen the Coventry Cougars run out 34-25 winners against the Leeds Samurai in the Hickory Smokehouse Bowl. That was for the plate competition of this Brooklyn Bowl. Now we have the big one, the final between Wigan and Chichester. And the winners of this not only will be crowned Brooklyn Bowl champion, but they'll also gain entry to the Big Bowl flag tournament in Germany, which is a really sought after event. Players and coaches alike look to be involved in. So we'll just wait for the officials to be ready in this one. Once again, if you're new to flag football, it is one of the fastest growing sports not only in the UK but in the world, and I'm sure we'll see a lot more excitement as we did in that previous contest. 5 on 5. Basic rules are quarterback is not allowed to run with the football unless somebody gives it to them first, and we saw in that previous game how the Leeds Samurai particularly manipulated that rule and snapped the ball to a runner, and then it was pitched back to the quarterback, which then meant they were allowed to either pass the ball or take off and run. In terms of down and distance, start from your own 5-yard line, and you have 4 opportunities, 4 downs to get the ball to halfway, and then you have a further 4 downs if you do manage to get halfway to score. No special teams, no kickoffs, no punts. 6 points for a touchdown, and then you have the opportunity to go for either 1 point or 2 extra points. 1 point will be from the blue cone. You can see just to the left and the right hand side of your screen. That's 5 yards away from the end zone. So 1 point if you go from the blue cone. If you choose to go from the next orange cone, that's 10 yards away from the goal line. That will give you 2 points. So yeah, the Chichester Sharks against the Wigan Bandits. Both teams 6-0 in their respective qualifying competitions, so expect some fireworks. Neither of these teams have been defeated yet at all over the weekend. Sorry, Carl.
Should be an exciting one, this one. Looking forward to it. Both teams seem up for it. Just been down on the field, getting the names and a little bit about what they're doing. And it looks like it's the Chichester Sharks who are going to start with the ball.
And that first
Chichester
pass,
in white and Wigan in black.
Sorry, Carl, that first pass falls incomplete. Quarterback Neil Henderson. Sorry, Carl. Neil Henderson, quarterback for the Sharks. I do like looking at these guys as well, because you can see there are certain players who come in here with a little bit more swag than others, Carl, and but anyway. So Henderson, 4 receivers obviously going down. He rolls to his right to avoid the blitzer, puts the ball back over the centre, hits number 62, Vincent Berg, and that'll be 3rd down, Carl.
Yeah, Vincent Berry on the reception end did a really good job of coming underneath. Nice quick throw, and Chichester now 3rd down.
So 3rd down, still got a ways to go. Ball again off the back foot. Nice little move. He's still on his feet, still got the tag, not been snagged yet, and gets snagged just shy of halfway. It is Will Quigley, number 22.
Yeah, Will Quigley doing a really nice job. Just comes out to his right-hand side and then dancing and weaving around those defenders and just using his hips to ensure that he picks up that extra yardage. Very close to that 1st down marker.
Aidan Roscoe on the tackle. 4th down, little quick pitch, and the ball is reached out by Will Quigley, and that should be enough for a 1st down, as he may have lost his flag this side of the halfway line, but the ball was extended over the halfway line.
Yeah, and you got one of the players that was playing in our previous game, Ben Eaton's out there helping out with the refereeing and the marking, so that's great to see as these two undefeated sides. 1st down.
Neil Henderson again, underarm pass, number 61 this time, who spins. That's Ryan McKinney with the reception.
Otherwise known as Home Alone. And you'll see why when we turn the camera around. There he is.
When we zoom in.
Making the reception. And he says he didn't mind me saying that.
So the ball over the top, and the defender just gets the head round at the last moment, and that's really good coverage by Jack Woods.
Yeah, really nice from the Bandits defence that time. to prevent that reception. We're seeing lots of these little trick plays from Chichester, aren't we? These underarms, these shovel passes, these kind of rugby style passes. So many ways you can move the ball around in flag football. Really creative so far from Chichester as they go here.
Fake reverse, just holds the blitzer for a moment, and there's Home Alone once again. And Home Alone does lose his tag, but inside the 5-yard line. So nice play again, get the defence rolling one way, and then pop the ball back across the field the other way to try and catch them napping.
Yeah, and so clever, these little plays. Defender does well actually just to stay at home for Home Alone and make sure that Ryan McAvenny doesn't make any more yardage.
Yeah, we better not refer to him as Home Alone too often, even though he didn't mind it. So it is Ryan McAvenny there. Blitzer again. Ball nice, zips it in. Incomplete pass.
At that time, try a slightly different formation, one we've not seen, where they kind of stack the receivers. They go trips and stack the receivers. Hard to defend because you're not sure which receiver's going to break right or left.
Good tempo.
In the end, incomplete.
Good tempo here for the Sharks. But now that was 4th down, so the ball is turned over. So 0-0. And the Bandits get their first opportunity. Very quick pass over the top. Number 96 for the Bandits, Aidan Rogers. On the reception from quarterback David Mooney, who will lead the way for the Bandits.
Yeah, they looked confident, did the Bandits, when I went and spoke to them just before the game started. Nice and poised, ready to play.
Well, you'd think both teams would be confident coming to this one, being unbeaten over the weekend. Mooney again surveys the field from under centre. Very quick shovel pass out to number 11, Chris Crook.
Flag on the play that time. Looks like maybe offside against the Bandits. And they're going to be marched back 5 yards.
So as I've said, this one, the winner of this will take a trip to Germany to compete in the big bowl in Europe. As Crook drops back again. Like the way he used his eyes there. He dropped back and looked to his right, knowing that he'd have number 32, Jack Woods, to his left as well, looking at how the play developed. So dropped back, looked right, then immediately zipped those eyes back left and fired in a ball to Woods.
Yeah, Woods does well just stretching that ball out on the sideline just to get a little bit more out of that play.
So just shy of halfway, so no first down yet. You'd think the way, nice tight formation here, so you'd think these guys would split. A little bit of movement. Oh, look at that, wide open, the way that play worked. Really well designed play to get number 86, Luke Heaton, open and in acres of space, confusing the defence.
Yeah, it's a bunch formation, everyone in the middle of the field, and then they're kind of all splitting left and right. That's one of the formations that's more difficult to run in flag football, but they execute it really well for that short pickup.
So the Bandits on the move. Still this first half, 2 20-minute halves, remember, in the final. Blitzer does really well, gets his hands up as he's running through, and it's our man, Ryan Home Alone McAvenny. Apologies. Whoever's provided us with these rosters, their handwriting's atrocious. Should be a doctor. But anyway, here we go again.
I wonder who that might be.
I have no idea. Nice pass out again. It's number 32, Jack Woods.
They're just taking what the defence giving them, aren't they? The defence playing off slightly as you would, because you've got so much space to cover on this 70-yard field, so you have to play off slightly. You don't want to give away the deep pass, but the Bandits just using timing and using their own pace and ability to dance around just to pick up the yards that they're given.
Drops back again, looks one way, then over the top, and that is in, oh, and out of the hands. Chris Crook had an opportunity first time, and it was battered away by Will Quigley, but Crook still had an opportunity to take that one in and just couldn't manage to snag it. I was about to say, what you get from an offense, if you go in quick and short, it forces the defense to play tighter, and then obviously that opens up all the space behind you. And it nearly worked then for the Bandits on that particular play.
Yeah, Will Quigley did well on that play. Let's see what they can do here. Slight bunch formation.
Rolling to the right, looking over, and that's good defensive play this time by number 24.
Katie Bruinels. Beautiful play. She just come underneath and just batted that ball down. Obviously the space is more truncated when you get this close to the end zone, so the defence has slightly more of an advantage than they would do at midfield.
And that was Katie Bruinels, who on 4th down managed to end that Bandits drive. And the Sharks take over again. Brunel's herself been playing centre and continues to do so. Little zip over the top, and that's a nice attempt, but just out of the outstretched arms of Quigley. And Neil Henderson, real difficult skill. Rolling to your left as a right-handed quarterback, rolling to your left and then having to rotate your hips and try and throw to the outside sideline. So really difficult. And Henderson just that time couldn't get it done. But here he goes again, and that's going to be a false start against Quigley. But it might be a false start actually against the defenders who started rushing a little too early. See which way the ball's going. No, it's been... Yeah,
it is given against the Bandits there, by the looks of things.
I'm not so sure, because from where they started, that's very close to their own goal line. So, anyway, we'll see how we go here as Henderson drops back again, rolls a little bit right, now moves his feet, gets the ball in and out of the hands. Quigley does make the catch, and then 3 or 4 attempts to take the flag that time. Finally secured at the third time of asking by
Jared Roscoe. Jared and Aidan brothers on the Wigan Bandits teaming up there to get Will out of bounds.
So here comes Henderson once again under centre. Drops back, fakes one way, then goes the other way, and unfortunately that time, number 62 wasn't ready. Vincent Berry, not on the same page as his quarterback that time. I believe this now is 4th down.
Yeah, timing was just off between those two players on that play. Lots of space though, they might come back to that later.
A big play here in the grand scheme of things, still locked at 0-0. These two undefeated teams coming into this Brooklyn Bowl final. And Henderson now goes right, and he manages to make his man miss, and then great defensive play, laying out on the play. Number 88 is Jared Roscoe once again.
Yeah, fantastic play by Jared. And like you say, committing his body to that and knowing that if he has the pace to get there. Obviously, you take a chance whenever you do that, just in case you get the timing off, the receiver can catch the ball, he's got nothing behind him. Jared trusting his body, putting everything on the line to make sure that that didn't happen.
Turnover on downs once again. We remain locked 0-0. And as longer as this game goes on longer with this score, nerves will become more and more jittery. Both teams will be wondering, can they find the end zone? Can we secure that ticket? I love this sort of stand and deliver from David Mooney there. That literally takes the ball from centre, doesn't move his feet at all, and tries to pop the ball over the top. That time out of the reach of the intended receiver.
Yeah, it's interesting to see when the blitzers come and when they don't, and when they're going to put the quarterback under pressure. I mean, I guess the prevailing thinking in flag football is you got to put that quarterback under some pressure. Otherwise, you're giving him far too much time to just pick you apart. So
Mooney
blitzers
again.
coming.
Sorry, Carl. Mooney again fakes to the left and then goes back to the right. Finds Luke Heaton. Picks up a couple.
We saw in the earlier game, didn't we, those two teams kind of picking up chunk yardage fairly easily. You can see these two undefeated teams giving away that yardage far more piecemeal and less likely to give up those big plays or blow coverages downfield.
Mooney once again on 3rd down. This time, little quick slant pattern does find his receiver. 32 once again is Jack Woods. Extends that ball out to gain the maximum yardage before the flag is pulled.
Yeah, Mooney under centre, so not giving him the loads of time. So it's going to be these quick little passes, just taking advantage of what the defence is giving him in that cushion. At the moment, Chichester's still playing, 6-7 yards off these receivers, and it's just allowing the Bandits to continue to move down.
Big 4th down here and over the top. He's got a man, and that man is missed, and it's intercepted by Quigley. And Quigley has an opportunity to take it back. He's on his feet at midfield, makes a man miss, and then goes down to a knee rather than the flag being tagged rather. But what a great play by Quigley.
Yeah, Mooney just overthrew his receiver that time, and Quigley looks like a kick returner, doesn't he, back there, just dancing around, takes him the halfway line. Chichester off on 1st down.
Well, it's interesting. See why he's done that there is he's taken the knee before the halfway line because he knows that's 1st down. and then whatever you get then, you still get another 4 downs to try and score. So really intelligent from Quigley to give the team an extra down. But he wouldn't have got a lot further had he continued his run into that opponent's half. So as it is now, it's first down, and look where the first down's from. So intelligent players. Henderson rolls to his right, fires the ball sidearm over to number 62, Vincent Berry once again. And this time the Sharks are in business.
Yeah, it's a little bit of cat and mouse, isn't it? Just taking, again, both of these teams cleverly taking what the defenders are giving him. The defenders on both these teams playing this kind of zone defense. 5 underneath.
Henderson rolls right once again, hits Ryan McAvenny this time, inside the 5-yard line. It'll be third down.
So if you watch the defensive structure, it's kind of 5 underneath, 5 defenders all at the same level, 3 to 4 yards, all playing in that zone. 1 blitzer will come, leaving 4 defenders to cover the territory. And at the moment, Chichester are finding the gaps in that zone defense.
Big discussion here about how they're going to handle this next play. Henderson directing his troops. There's Quigley just to the slot position to the right of the centre. Rolling right again, over the top, and intercepted in the end zone. Another turnover. Aaron Turner this time.
Turner brothers really making a big difference in this game so far, both with interceptions, and it means that they've shut down another Chichester drive.
In end zone interceptions, back-to-back drives, as Woods pops it over the top this time and hits Luke Heaton.
Well, I wouldn't have called it 0-0 at this point in the first period, given what we saw from the first game. But these defences,
yeah,
they're mighty, aren't they? I mean, they're really, really strong.
If you look at that lineup, though, from Wigan, they've got 5 individuals with equal stature all the way across the board. 5 tall, athletic-looking players, as Woods zips this ball out when the coverage is really soft that time. And Woods I've just had a complete blank. Mooney is his name I'm looking for. Mooney recognises that soft coverage and flips the ball out to Woods immediately, allowing him to pick up 6-7 yards.
And that's what they've been doing. If you look at the camera right now, looking on screen, you can see, you know, those players lined up 4 to 5 yards, 6 to 7 yards from the line of scrimmage, and the only thing you've got is the stuff underneath.
Oh, risky pass that time. And if Quigley had been focusing, maybe had an opportunity to play on that ball, but nevertheless, another down gone, 4th down upcoming.
Got a feeling that if they can kind of catch this defense out, get a player to jump on a hook or a curl and then go deep with maybe a pump fake, you've got a chance to get over the top. But so far, neither of these teams have been able to do that.
McAvenny coming on the blitz and over the top, and that's in and out of the hands. Incomplete, turnover again.
Yeah, great defense again. I'm enjoying this one for different reasons than the first game, but just because you're watching the scheme now of the defenses, you're watching these stronger teams that are 6-0. Well, they're 6-0 for a reason, and that reason looks like defense.
Interesting, the contrasting styles of the quarterbacks, though. Henderson, always very mobile, takes the ball and immediately rolls and uses his feet. Mooney himself takes the ball, stands, delivers really quickly. And you kind of think that because of that reason, the way Mooney is doing, he's limiting the amount of opportunity he's going to get to go down the field. Here comes fake handoff, zipped over, and Brunel manages to make the reception on first down.
Yeah, trips left that time, and they just get Brunel underneath.
Second down. Can't be much time now before half-time in this deadlocked game for the Brooklyn Bowl, for the ticket to the big bowl in Germany, as Henderson sidearms once again. That's a lovely pass. Open is number 62, Vincent Berry.
Just managed to create a little bit more space there, didn't they, on that play? They're lining up with trips. Blitzer comes, and they just run Berry on a quick out then in, and he creates enough space to get good yardage, close to first down.
3rd and a yard, zipped over to Brunels, and Brunels picks up the first down. She's been very effective, really good from a centre point of view, some really accurate snapping, and then she gets herself out into the flats there and converts that 3rd down.
Obviously that centre releasing late, so gives that quarterback a short, quick, late releasing target, hard to defend.
Henderson once again back, stands and delivers again. That's the same pattern that happened 2 plays ago, and hits Berry, and that one's been successful. The speed, you know, they not giving the defense much chance to breathe and to reassess. It's bang, bang, bang. Not taking too much time in between plays, and Henderson making some good decisions actually after the snap. Here he comes again, rolls to his right. He's got an opportunity, slings it, and that's picked, and this could be big because there's nobody in front of number 32, and he's going to stretch out and get the opening score of the afternoon. Jack Woods. That was a little bit like a Mahomes type pass that time.
Yeah, it's just a mistake here by the quarterback. He doesn't see Jack Woods sitting behind that receiver, and unfortunately the receiver overruns the play, and Jack Woods is there and absolutely punishes that mistake.
Well, part of the problem there is as Henderson's running to his right, he's trying to throw back to his left, and obviously as he's running one way and throwing back the other way, he doesn't lead that receiver anything like he wanted to, and that ball ends up being behind the receiver, and then it's a tip drill.
And it's that classic thing about throwing across your body. Is so difficult to do, and all of us think we're Patrick Mahomes. It's one thing to watch it, a different thing to do it.
So here comes, whoa, and that one's picked. So the extra point no good. Defenders really alert to these footballs. So 6-0 to Wigan, and look how quickly the Sharks come to the line of scrimmage. Henderson ready to go again, zips the ball out to Quigley, and Quigley steps, still stepping, and he gets snagged on the halfway line. Just short though, I believe, so it's going to be second down. Obviously time is a factor now. You can see no huddle now for the Sharks.
They want to take the momentum back. They want to get straight back into their rhythm, and that's what you're seeing here.
Henderson looks deep, puts the ball up, and that one floating and caught. Oh, it's not! In and out of the hands of Quigley. And Quigley would have been inside the 5-yard line had that one have been completed. And I do believe that's the last play of the half. As the official, raises his hand to the sky. Both teams head sideline. And wow, Carl, what a first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I really enjoy it for different reasons. Defense has been the order of the day. Interceptions 3 times from the Bandits, which has really shut down these Chichester Sharks, who I think expecting to score, but in the end it was just a mistake from the Coventry quarterback, which gives Jack Woods the opportunity to run home for the opening score. Couldn't convert on the extra point, which is fairly typical of this game. But great defense. Really enjoyed it, man.
This has been very much a bend but don't break game, hasn't it? Offenses have been able to march down the field and complete, like you say, those sort of 6, 7, 8-yard plays. Anything over the top has been sniffed out by the defense. But equally then, when the ball has come into the red zone and close to the end zones, those defenses have really stiffened. And I think you hit the nail on the head in the first half when you said about the closer an offense gets to the end zone, the less space they've got to work with, and therefore it makes it easier for the defense.
Yeah, and you're just watching a really disciplined couple of teams here, both of them playing really nice, mostly zone defense, 6, 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. Don't let those receivers go deep. Make sure that we're end zone side on every play, and you're just looking to punish those mistakes when they come up from the offensive players, and that's what they've done so far.
The nice thing about this particular sport, though, is that, okay, you're 6-0 down, yeah, you're 0, you've not scored at all, but it literally takes a second to score. A 70-yard pitch, not overly wide, you can score in an instant. So
On 3, 1, 2, 3, shots! Go deep.
So half-time is over in a flash. Not time for anybody to set up a stage in the middle of the field. We're expecting J-Lo this afternoon, we were, but she's had to cry off the last minute because of the length of the half-time break in flag football. Literally 2-minute breather, and off we go again. 6-0 advantage, and Wigan get play underway once again. Number 96, Aidan Rogers on the reception from Mooney. And you can see how Mooney just literally take the ball, bang, every play.
Yeah, it's just quick passes underneath, and you know he'll do that for 2 or 3 downs, and then he'll look to see if he can release a receiver behind those defenders.
But obviously the Sharks are very aware of that potential for Mooney to go down the field because of the fact that they're playing off so much. So they've obviously seen him before, they're aware that he has got the capability of doing that, otherwise you would think they would play a little bit tighter underneath.
And it's all about being disciplined on every play for both of these teams now. It's such a tight game. Neither of the offenses have been able to score. It is a defensive battle, and you can bet you that Chichester will also be looking to see whether they can get something underneath. to return the favour on the interception return.
Well, Chichester won't want to go 2 scores down, particularly when they've not been able to score in this first half, and that's going to be a first down for the Bandits. Nice intelligent play once again by Aidan Rogers, who reaches that ball forward as he loses his flags on halfway. And the Bandits are in the business again. Mooney surveying the defence once more. Under centre, drops back. Oh, and he's picked through to number 86, who ducked that time, Luke Heaton.
I don't think Luke knew. Luke's just hitting his head in frustration that time. He knows he should have got his head round to look for the football. He didn't. And there the defender's able to jump the ball, and there they've got their own back now. The interceptions come back Chichester's way.
So Chichester lead the turnover battle, and they make a great play on first down, hitting that man again, Quigley. First down becomes first down as they cross the halfway line, and they're in business once again, trying to keep that tempo going. Say, generally speaking, in any form of football, if you can win the turnover battle, you significantly increase your chances of running out a winner of the game overall. And so far, the Sharks are in and out of the hands of Ryan McAvenny. Say, you significantly increase your chances with the turnover battle being won, and Chichester are on the plus side of that at the moment. So here we go then, second down. Henderson and the Sharks. Sun in his eyes now as the low October sun. Nice move by number 62 again, Vincent Berry. Nice quick hips left and right. But I say, yes, Chichester have the added problem now of, well, particularly the quarterback Henderson, of looking directly into that low October sun. At the same time, his receivers haven't got that issue because they'll be looking back towards him as the ball goes over the top, and it's caught by Quigley. Touchdown, Chichester. Just like that, we're all level.
What a weapon Quigley is. I mean, he's got great body control, and that's what you need from a great receiver. He's very quick. He's running a crossing pattern here, and you watch those 2 tiptoeing feet, bang, bang, inbounds. And he picks up that 6 points for Chichester. So they get their 6 points off the turnover. Let's see what they can do here.
Here's those elusive extra points as Henderson manages to escape, and the ball goes up and in, out of the hands of McKinney. So the score remains 6-6, and these extra points are proving so elusive for all the teams that we've seen this afternoon. So let's see what the Bandits can do now after that mistake. If we're looking at points off turnovers, Chichester, well, to be fair, they are both on 6 points because one was an interception return for a touchdown by the Bandits, and that last interception, as up top goes Mooney, and he did have a man out front, but that was a little bit too centre field. Could have been doing with down the sidelines a little more. Ball floats harmlessly to the ground. Second down.
Yeah, you take what the defense give you. You play those underneath passes, 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards. You march down the field, but you've got to keep taking those deep shots just to ensure that the defenders aren't going to keep crashing down as they've been doing and get those additional interceptions. So Mooney has to keep them honest, so to speak.
Fancy being a DC at flag football, Carl?
I'm enjoying it so far. Look at this bunch formation here from the Bandits.
Mooney, nice grab off his shoelaces by number 11, Chris Crook. And Crook goes down low. He's a tall fella, and he goes down low, picks the ball up off the ground, and then manages to pick up 6-7 yards after that. It's going to be third down and about 5 to get to midfield. Maybe, looking at our on-screen camera there, my vantage point's a little bit skewed. Maybe 7 or 8 actually, looking at our camera point, as you can see on the screen. But third down, big play upcoming for the Bandits. 6-6 here in the Brooklyn Bowl final, with a trip to Germany on the line. Mooney over the top, and that's battered down by McKinney once again. Almost fell into the waiting hands of Katie Brunels.
Yeah, they're running that bunch formation again on this play, and there's lots of player movement. You watch it at the line of scrimmage, and I just think that that defender comes through and makes a great play just to bat it down. But I don't like the look of that play throwing across your body. It's how we saw the initial pick, and it's tough to do. Fourth
down, Mooney then, can he convert? No, the ball is battered again by McKinney, and he's becoming a force now, and the momentum is what I was looking for, Carl, is definitely with the Sharks.
Home Alone wants to send him home. I'm telling you, that is back-to-back defensive plays, batting the ball up in the air, and Mooney is having all sorts of problems when McIvenny is in his face.
So first down, Sharks. Can Henderson lead his troops to a go-ahead score? Little rugby underarm pass under the middle, and it's McIvenny once again. So not only does he want to contribute on defense, but he also wants to make that difference on offense as well. Long-legged runner as Brunels sets up, trips this time to the left, so you'd think they were flooding to the right somehow, and Henderson rolls, throws back across his body again, and that is incomplete. And I thought there were a couple of other options, easier options for him than coming all the way back over to Ryan.
He does like to do that, and it's called him out a couple of times. Had an incompletion there. He got the interception earlier on throwing across his body, but he's still going to it. Maybe he's had it work for him in previous games. I don't like him, Matt, but then
No.
what do I know?
Well, absolutely, but I agree with you, particularly when you've got other options. You've got Quigley and you've got Berry, who have proved very effective, and this time he does find Berry, and Berry makes a one-man miss, and then he's snagged by Jared Roscoe, my apologies, and that'll bring up fourth down. Not over halfway yet.
All tied up at 6.
Henderson in trouble, flops it over, and he does hit Ryan, and Ryan gets a first down and reaches that ball out, and they're literally 13 yards away from taking the lead, are the Sharks.
Yeah, Henderson did a really nice job there, just waiting, then lost the ball over in the only place it could be caught by the receiver, so nice job.
Same trips formation again, leaving that right side open. Henderson sidearms it, and it's picked again. And once again, Henderson just didn't see that linebacker, Chris Crook.
Yeah, Chris Crook just loitering there right in the heart of that defense. So they play 4 men underneath, and Chris Crook has just stood right in the middle of that defense and steps in front of the receiver to get the pick. So the Bandits, again, I think that's their 4th turnover. We had 2 from the Roscoe brothers, we had the Jack Woods pick 6, and now we've got this one from Chris Crook. So the Bandits really coming up on defense.
Mooney first down, high ball but converted for another first down to Aidan Rodgers. And that's great play recognition by Chris Crook there, wasn't it? Just sitting, recognising that slant coming over the middle, and like you say, stepping in front.
And that's because they've been watching from that 5-6 yards cushion that they've had. They've been watching these players crisscross in front of them. You take your opportunity when you get it. Great defense.
First down, Bandits. Mooney finds Crooks on a quick out. And they continue to march towards the 15-yard zone of the Sharks.
So it goes from Chichester being 13 yards out now to the Bandits completely turning this round and being 15 yards away, and the clock's still running.
Mooney again, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. See if it's a quick one or whether he drops back at all. No, he drops a little more. 3 now. He has to use his feet to be elusive, and he finds a man close, and that man is close but snagged inside the 5-yard line. But a nice reception by Aidan Rodgers, and Mooney does very well going through his reads that time.
That is a rare blown coverage. You can see he's wide open. I don't know whether it's Brunvels that actually whose coverage it was, but it's a blown coverage, and that's the first I've seen actually in this game. I've seen picks and I've seen people close, but I've not seen yet a blown coverage. Just a little bit of lethargy mentally for Chichester.
3 yards away, ball lofted over the top, and it's caught for the go-ahead score. Aidan Rodgers once again, a lovely touch pass from Mooney, and it's 12-6 Bandits.
Wow, I wonder how much time's left, because you know Chichester can move the ball. That was just a really nice play. It was almost identical play as previously. They knew they had difficulty with the coverage there. They get Rodgers on the sideline, and he's able to take it in.
So just going for one once again. Crooks has a conversation with Mooney before this one starts. And lofted again, caught, and feet in bounds. The score is good, and one of those elusive extra points is converted by Wigan. Gives them a 13-6 advantage, and how crucial could that extra point be?
Yeah, again, it's a well-designed play. They get into the back of the end zone. They've been working the front of the end zone, but that time the Bandits quarterback does a good job there does David Mooney, lofting the ball over the top.
Sorry, Carl. Henderson looking for Quigley out there. And Henderson has to be very careful because once again he's rolling to his left, throwing to his right. The degree of difficulty of converting that is very high. And particularly when he has to loft the ball there on that corner route, one of the hardest passes to complete in football, the corner route. Uses his feet very well. Oh, nice catch by Quigley that time. And the ball was high. You saw how Quigley there tried to dip over one knee and try and elude the tackling player from the Bandits. He manages to get close to halfway, but that now will bring up third down.
Yeah, Quigley in space. Henderson does a good job finding him.
Those Bandits, though, equally now. Oh, and that's well done. Interesting play in and out of the hands of Ryan McIverney and into the waiting jaws of number 62, Vincent Berry, for the Sharks.
Yeah, they're coming from a spread formation. They just throw it underneath, and it's a designed pitch. It's kind of a hook and ladder, Matt, in terms of catching the ball and then pitching to the receiver underneath.
This could be the game, fourth down. There it is, first down conversion, nice and simple. There's no way that can be stopped, really. Literally take the ball, underarm pop to a man running a yard out in the flats. There's very little that you can do as a defensive side against that.
And this is what you see clever NFL teams do as well, don't you? They just have these little ways of misdirection, you know, losing a player in traffic and ensuring that they pick up those crucial yards at a crucial time.
I'm very impressed by the centre play of Grunewald, and over the top, and there's Berry once again, and Berry's inside the 5-yard line. Nice tackle once again by Jared Roscoe.
Yeah, rarely managed to get over the top of the Bandits that time to 62. Does a nice job. Henderson has to do a lot of running and then loft the ball. And he does a really nice job, does Henderson, of finding 62. That is not an easy play to make. Henderson did really well there.
Once again, good concentration with Berry on that out route, looking over the right shoulder as you run into your right. It's not an easy concept equal for a receiver, as Henderson this time runs towards the line of scrimmage, and there's a flag now thrown. Catch is made, but a flag, let's say that flag came out. Wonder whether that flag is going to be against the Sharks. There's been no touchdown signalled as of yet. I think it is going to be against the Sharks as the official marches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So unfortunately,
a false start on that, or do you think it was the quarterback travelling? I'm not entirely sure what the penalty was for.
No,
it was against Chichester.
I'm not either, but it did seem that it came out as the quarterback started running forwards before he let go of the ball. So whether it is anything to do with that, as Henderson now looking to escape again, lofts one up, and that is almost intercepted by Crooks. And that could have been the game there, Carl.
Yeah, Crooks could have just locked the door and taken the victory right there, but he's going to give them another chance. Henderson sometimes, you know, looks like a genius, but when he is throwing across his body like that, you know, there is a couple of times when you just kind of hold your breath and wonder where the ball's going to go. Absolutely.
Here we go. Trips to the right this time again for Henderson. Here comes the blitzer. He's got Brunel's there, but now she's covered, and he puts the ball up again, and that is, it's caught, but I think out of bounds is the signal. So it is out of bounds, but that is turnover on downs, and that was fourth down. And that could be the end for the Sharks. Obviously up in the booth here, we've not got really a clue of how much time is left. But I can assure you that the Bandits won't be in a massive hurry to push this ball downfield.
Jared Roscoe, one of those Roscoe brothers, did well there to defend that in the end zone. Struggling to get the flag out on that one is number 7, Dan Jadzovics. But he does get it out.
There's a flag down here on this near side as well, a yellow flag rather than a player flag. So I think that's going to go, for whatever reason, that might go against the Sharks as well, maybe grabbing some material. Looks, yeah, so maybe grabbing some jersey to try and hold on to a item of clothing while you then go for the flag with the other hand. But that will give the Bandits a first down.
Yeah, have to stay so disciplined, don't you, going for those flags. You've got to make sure your hands are in the right position.
And this one is slipping away from the Sharks, unfortunately. But the Bandits can see the glory of the big bowl in Germany, and that one's at the feet of Crooks, as McIverney puts pressure once again on Mooney.
Been some really nice matchups. McIverney and Mooney's been one of those. I've enjoyed watching those two spar in the middle of the field. Mooney trying to get the ball out before McIverney gets there.
So here we go, second down for the Bandits. No hurry, as we said, whatsoever. Bright lights of Germany. Not too far from their reach. An underarm shovel pass to Crooks this time, and Crooks picks up 4 or 5 and then is snagged by the Sharks. And the time continues to run. Eaton, our referee for this final, drops the marker, ready for the next play. You've got to think it's just going to be quick little underneath stuff as we've seen so far.
Yeah, and doesn't leave the defense much choice trying to get a turnover. They have to take a risk, do the Bandits, for this Chichester team to try and get that turnover on that play. Again, you can see it's just playing the percentages, very short throws. One of these defenders is going to have to jump the football if they're going to have a chance to get the ball back.
Well, this is 4th down now, so their opportunity is here. Obviously, the Bandits are going to go for the end zone here, you would have thought. Nothing to lose other than a pick returned, but they're going to lose possession after this play regardless of what happens, unless there's a penalty. So here comes Mooney with trips to his right. He rolls to his right. He fops the ball in. That's a good defensive play once again, which keeps the hopes alive of the Sharks for one more possession.
And it's Quigley that got his hand into that to bat that ball down. Again, they go to the Bandits on this bunch formation, roll out from Mooney on the left, and it's Quigley that puts his hand in and closes the door. So Chichester with the last chance now, you have to say, to get back into this one. With Bandits have a 13-6 lead, Coventry must score.
And there's Henderson again, rolling right, throwing across his body. And again, Crooks read that and was almost in for 6 the other way. Time ticks, no huddle. Here comes Henderson again. That's a nice ball that time, and Berry almost eludes the outstretched hands of number 32, Jack Woods. 3rd down upcoming. Quite a long way to halfway still. Nice pump fake over the top. He's got Berry, and Berry snagged. But again, live. That's really well done that time from Henderson. Little pump fake and then hits Berry over the top.
Yeah, really nice, and it just freezes that defender just for a second while the player goes over the top. Lucky they had that cover one. Number 87 is rallying to come over. Aaron Turner rallying to come over and make the tackle.
So here we go. Henderson with an opportunity, 1st down. Little short pass to Quigley, and Quigley manages to get close. He's that far away from the goal line. Literally the length of a couple of footballs from pay dirt. But still, even if they get in,
I think he's in. Well, it looks like things are lining up here for... Well, let's see what it is. No, you're right, Matt. My apologies.
So. Yeah, that's okay.
Didn't get in.
No, so I say, even if they do get in here, they've still got that problem of the extra point. And how big a problem could that be? So here comes Henderson, little reverse, no, and then pumps, and then still in trouble. Using his feet well, zips, and caught for a touchdown by Katie Brunevels. Now, 1 point. No, they're going for 2. They're going for the win, Carl.
Yeah, why not? Let's go for Germany. Let's go for those tickets. 13-12.
I'll tell you what, some big kahunas here from the Shark sideline.
This is tighter than my post-COVID trousers, I'll tell you. Let's see what happens.
Here comes Henderson. This is it, you would think. Henderson drops. He looks, he puts up a floater, he's got an opportunity, and Quigley can't reel it in. And that could be the ball game. Looking to the official, the Bandits are celebrating the fact that they maintain that 1 point lead, but I still think there's time. There's not going to be a lot of time. I'm not sure about that call. I think you want to tie that up, wouldn't you?
I don't know why the play is so. When you look at the replay on this, you'll notice that Henderson, you can go back and look on YouTube or Facebook, Henderson is so far back that he doesn't give an opportunity for Quigley to really get into the end zone on a quick timing pattern. So the play just took far too long.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the ball game.
Wow.
It all came down to that final 2 point play. And now you've got to be second guessing yourself as a Shark. Should we have just tried to tie it up and go for overtime? But the football gods were on the side of the Bandits today. They've come and they've exuded their force, and they are the Brooklyn Bowl champions. They punched their ticket to Germany, the big bowl, for that next flag tournament. What a game, Cole.
Fantastic game, a defensive battle until very late on, and then you got some good scoring coming, the first of which came from the pick six, the defensive play, and then the offenses began to open up, and it was tight all the way through, wasn't it? Going back and forth, and in the end Chichester, they decided that they were going to live and die by the sword and made the decision to go for two, and it just didn't pay off with Quigley not able to haul it in. Great defense all round, thoroughly enjoyable game.
Absolutely. When you've got two 6-0 teams coming in, to only be separated by a point, I think that just shows that both these teams would have been worthy winners of this Brooklyn Bowl title this afternoon. So that concludes a fantastic afternoon of football here. First of all, the Schneider Cup, which saw Europe running out winners over the USA on aggregate. And then we saw the Smokehouse, the Hickory Smokehouse Bowl previously, where the Coventry Cougars were victorious over the Leeds Samurai, and now we've just witnessed the Wigan Bandits 13-12 victors over the Chichester Sharks. Presentation just about to take place there. You can see Mike Ireland, the brains behind the operation of the Schneider Cup. We've got to give a big shout out to Mike for all his hard work over this weekend and everything that's gone on, all the fact that it takes somebody like this to get all these people together, but all the help he's had. But I know the Schneider Cup series and the Schneider series itself will go from strength to strength. The Slate Cup coming up later in the year. And Carl, it's just been a great day of football. Yeah, it has, and I mean the football is obviously the spectacle that we're watching, but they all did this for a reason, and that was for the three charities that they want to support: the RNLI, the Amelie Fund, and of course Lifting the Lid. And we want to keep that in mind as we watch the Bandits, the Wigan Bandits, who really fought hard all the way through this tournament, 7-0, victorious in this flag tournament, and with the chance to go to the Big Bowl. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here this afternoon, there's no reason why it couldn't be you out there with those players, with those teams. There are so many flag teams around the country springing up left, right and centre. Or maybe you've enjoyed watching the kitted version earlier on and you're playing for a kitted team somewhere in the country. This Schneider series is going to go from strength to strength, I feel, as an invitational tournament. So to get yourself involved in a fun weekend of football, whether it's from a flag perspective or from a kitted league perspective, then there are so many opportunities. But equally, having said that, if you don't think you're able to play, as Carl mentioned earlier on, the amount of volunteers it takes to keep something going like this, roles in each club, from administrators to looking after finances to social media to all sorts of bits and bobs. And American football is one where there is a role for anybody. So if you're interested in the sport and you want to get involved, look on the BAFA website, look on American Football UK, and you'll be able to find some opportunity for you, Cole.
So much American football going up and down the country. Currently, you've got the NFL game going on at Wembley, we've got this game here, and we've got a bunch of stuff going on in Bucks University football, as well as teams get ready for that season as the adult season comes to an end. So loads going on as we bring this one to a close for you today.
So finally then, it's been an absolute pleasure, Carl, to be alongside you as ever. We will leave you with these pictures of the victorious Wigan Bandits, who punched their ticket to the Big Bowl in Germany with a Brooklyn Bowl victory with a score of 13-12 over the Chichester Sharks. Sorry, that was easy for me to say. What a mess up with that. With the Chichester Sharks. Just want to give my thanks to Shane, to Alex and to Steve from Onside Productions for being able to put this together today out here in Cheshire. Thank you to the hospitality of the Cheshire Sports Ground for everything they've done. It's been a fantastic day of football. Carl and I will be back on the air soon with another fantastic experience for you. We look forward to seeing you then. For now, take care and we'll see you soon.